you never evacuate the entire country. First of all, who tell them say Barbados want with it? Secondly, how would a country have 230,000 people thereabout accept 2 million people? Where them going to put three? And these are what the smart PMP supporters discuss daily. This is what them sit down and discuss. And nobody, because as excellent as put it, when they are together, why me say two is because I know the whole island to go move. So we put a number. We now go and everywhere we evacuate. But we just put a name. He reads but does not understand. I agree. Mickey, I believe Alvaro does understand what he reads. But Alvaro, their intention is not to educate people. Is to prove that he is educated. Get what I say? He is not on here to teach anybody anything. He's here to prove to people, say, I am smart. I can read. I can Google. I can do a video and point. Yes, I will say it again. They are not here to educate anybody. They are here to prove that they are educated. So they go to the group of people that demands less. They gravitate to the people that demands less. Now, I sit here every day and I invite them here all the while to come talk to me, come converse with me. But when them come and them say X, and me say, how did you arrive at X? They can never answer that simple question. How did you arrive at X? Me hear one man say a thing what here. And me just see him head lift up. So let me say it. Me a man say a thing what here. And me never think say me would agree with him, you know. But when me think about it, me have to agree. Well, the brother said, if you were to choose between having a conversation with either Caution or Alvaro, Caution would have been the better one. Me can't believe me agree. When me think about it, me agree. When me think about it, me have to agree that as dunce as him is, he's potentially smarter than all the others. In what him doing, what Caution do, Caution lie, and Caution we tell you say, all of me know say one of the PMP them a tell lie, me I go agree with them. So Caution no fool, but him lie. And he will repeat a lie until him dead. The rest of them is different. They are here simply to mislead and to prove that, hey, I am smart and you are not. So I can tell you things and you have no way of challenging me. Me invite them here all the while. All of them. We give them, come, make we converse. Come, tell me where me are do wrong. You know say me wrong to support Andrew Holness. Come tell me where me are do wrong. But all of you come and me say, oh, you get this. You know already. You know already is always the answer I want to give. You know already. No, if me didn't know already, me would not ask you no. Uno can never come and present uno case to say, this is why. No. Because the fact is, most of you do not have a dog in the fight. Most of you have absolutely no reason for dislike our Prime Minister. Uno just do it because uno hear people say so and uno support PMP and uno believe say whatever the PMP say is true. Right? So what uno do is that uno lack critical thinking. You know, like critical thinking, the ability to put some thought together and say, but this makes sense and this no make sense, is which part of no fall short. So now, because people now, like Alvaro, realize that about you know, them swoop in and take advantage of no backwardness. Them swooping, but them not come for help, they not come for assist you know. They not come for guide you know, they not come for enlighten you know. What them come for do is to manipulate you know. That's what them come for do. They're running and them come to manipulate. They're not there to help you, they're not there to guide you. I have not heard from Melissa Struck. I have not heard anybody on any PMP platform. You supporting the Prime Minister doesn't make you any more forward thinking than five hand than thinking Delo, may I try to read what you say? Hold on, let me go again. Let me pin this and try to read it. Somebody help me translate this. You supporting the Prime Minister doesn't make you any forward thinking. Oh, Dan. Oh, I thought you said five hand. Yes, Delo. I am more forward thinking than any of these person, Delo. I am more forward thinking than any of these person. And here's the difference with me, Delo. Here's the difference with me. I am here. I support the Jamaica Labour Party. I am a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. But I also encourage people, Delo. When I said this every day. When you come here and you hear me tell you something or me speak something, I don't want you to believe or take my word. I say go forth, do some research and see if I'm correct. That's what we encourage. Me no want you believe. Don't come here and run, go down the road and tell 100 people say you hear Chuck say it. That's not good enough. When you hear Chuck say it, go and do some research. See if I'm right, I'm wrong. I support the Labour Party. I could be lying to you, but I am not. That's what me encourage. Go do some research. That's forward thinking. I am way ahead of them. And that is why then, even every day, I invite them here. Every day. Me sit down up here. Every day, people tell me every day, say, boy, Chuck, you're full of patience, you know. Because me believes that them, if you have conversation with people of opposing views, I don't want to sit down on this platform. Sorry. I don't want to sit on this platform every day. And when I open my box full of labor right. That don't make sense. Me want to open the box and people come up. We can challenge, we believe. But me no want to open the box and people come up. We are going to lie. Your belief not to be in line with mine. But you have to be able to defend your belief. Stand by your belief. When I ask you a question about your belief, your answer cannot be, you know already. That don't make sense. Delo, that don't make sense. Every one of them come up here, Delo. And I ask them, why you know that? Or then tell me something and I say, show that to me. Tell me where you get it. The answer is always, you know already. You know already. And that is where we fall off. No, I don't know all things. But again, what I encourage you is that when you... Well, Mr. Kevin Taylor. Good morning, sir. I don't know all things. But I do encourage is that... Thank you, Julie. Same thing. They can't back up what them say because most of them is not their own, is what them hear people say. All of them. Mr. Vegas was having a discussion with one PMP supporter just day before yesterday. When the guy said his problem, of course again, appreciate your greetings, Angel. When you pop in, I say good morning, Angel. He said that he was angry because Andrew Holness, who has been in the public eye since 1997, but who has been working before that, amassed a net worth of roughly $1 million US. Now, in my opinion, Andrew Holness broke. If from 97, 07, 2017, almost 30 years in public life, and your network, and remember guys, remember, network is calculated based on your assets, not cash, your assets. So remember, you know, them say Andrew Holness have $200 million house. That is a part-time net worth. So your net worth is not cash. So because me buy a house, when me buy the house, you know, it is value $10 million. But because of rising property costs and the status of the neighborhood, the cost now jump to $200 million. That's a part of your net worth. All of these, your investments are count as part of your net worth. So for Andrew Holness, who has been in public life for nearly 30 years, to only amass, what is Mark Golding's net worth? What was PJ Pattison's net worth? What was the net worth? Now, the fact that the man him said that was what he is angry about, and he read the contractor general report and him having feelings. Now, Vegas asked him, what is the Prime Minister's net worth? And him couldn't answer. Now, remember, he said that is what angered him, the Prime Minister's net worth, and him couldn't tell what it is. Same thing with somebody where the uncle name with the star in his back pocket again, Lato Pinch. Same thing with Lato Pinch. Lato Pinch came here, say he's angry that Jamaica only maintain 5% of the tourism dollar. I read to him, people show him facts that is not true. Jamaica retained 40.8%. Now, I would think if something anger you, you would do the research to find out why are we in this position? How did we get here? When I ask him now, how did we get here where so much of our hotels and properties are owned by overseas persons? Him couldn't tell. All right, there you go, Mickey. When I asked the question, how did you get to that? How you know? He couldn't tell. He couldn't answer the question. Yes, you're right, Julie. But the problem is simply this. Most of them, they don't form their opinion of their own. They don't do research. They don't think. Them just hear somebody say so. And because now you're PMP, what them say is law. They know you're there. You advocate their talk. I mean, invite him to have the conversation. But they will not come. Because when they come here, they have to tell me why. Me not allow them to just run them out, and because it's so, no, they will get challenged. You have to go to one class for that. You have to go to one class for that, excellent. You have to go to one class for that. Right? When them come here, they will be challenged. And that is where them shy away from. The challenge. They want to go somewhere whereby once they say something, people are going to run with it. Me invite them here. All of them. Believe it or not, you know, people. My platform is open to any PMP supporter to come and have a conversation with me. Me not shy away from none of them. As I said earlier, I don't want to be sitting here having conversation with pure labor, right? Nobody not learn things. But people, you can come. You don't have to agree with everything that is going on. You don't have to agree with everything. But if you have valid critique, you should be able to defend it. You should be able to stand by it. And that is where me and them differ. That is why all of them having a problem. Am I on the JLP payroll? No. No, Richie. I am a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. No, I am not on any payroll. Your moderator keep muting. Yes, sir. Your moderator keep muting and blocking. No, sir. No, no. My moderator mute and back people when they become disrespectful. My moderator mute and block people when they become disrespectful. And one thing me know about arguing with PMP supporters for years, anytime them can win an argument, they will tell you about your mother. So don't fall in love. My moderator block people when they become disrespectful. Either you disrespect me or you disrespect the Prime Minister. Or I cannot understand why you are a supporter of the JLP. Well, is that a question or a statement? But just ask the question then. Say, Chuck, why are you a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party? Ask the question. Make your answer something you ask. That is a statement that you make. I cannot understand why. Ask the question, I will answer it. No, they can send a request if you want. Come, send a request and come and make your talk. Let me tell you why I am a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. Come. Because just there, as me tell you, I can defend my positions. You don't have to agree with it. But I can always defend my position. I am a member, a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. I make no apologies for that. Now, Mr. Dello, what is your question? Dello, what is your question?
Okay. Yeah. Well, you say it was a statement, but let me ask a question then. Since you asked me for a question, why are you a supporter of the JLP?
I am a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party because the history of the party has proven to me that they are the better party to run Jamaica's affair.
You know, things that there is a tinge of bias in what you just said a while ago?
That I think that, no, that's you ask me why am I a supporter? You ask me why am I a supporter? That's my answer. I think they are the better party. Over the history has proven that whenever the Jamaica Labour Party is in charge, Jamaica's finances and is more stable. That's why I'm a supporter.
As a man who grew up in Jamaica, like probably you, me no know. Well, me can't say you grew up in. Me no know you, so me no know nothing personal.
Me grew up in Jamaica.
But yeah, and you're a big man. Me a big man too.
Yes.
And your position is that you're a supporter of the JLP. I am
a card-carrying member of the Jamaica Labour Party.
And I'm all right. So you declare your position. My position is I am not a supporter of neither the JLP or the PNP.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this then. You're a supporter of neither. What are the issues that carry you to the polling station when you want to cast a vote?
I have never voted because none of them two.
Then hold on. You have never voted. Then why are we having a conversation?
Because I don't understand why people side with one party or the other party.
Good.
Because
all right, good then. Now you can reason. So you don't vote, so you don't support any of them. But let me ask you this.
No, sir.
What are the issues in Jamaica that are important to you?
All of the social issues, man. Education, transportation, health, the overall development.
Make we discuss them one. Make we discuss them one, and we see which party has done more to advance each of those issues. So let's go with education first.
Hold
Which
on there
party?
before we start. Before we go this a talk, me I go make forward back to this still. But here what me I say. When me and you grew up in a Jamaica, so we are go take them one by one, like you saying. So and because I hear run your show and me I run your show. But me just want to say something before you
No,
go
man,
to
go ahead.
where you are lead. All right. So the reason why me not really is a supporter of none of the party them is because as an ordinary Jamaican growing up in a Jamaica, me find out say whether the JLP is in power or the PN, me as an individual have to work very, very hard or me suffer. There and me never find life easy in a Jamaica yet. Whether the JLP or the PNP.
Delo. First of all, you don't you're not suffering. You have never suffered in your life. You struggle, but you not suffer. Please don't use the word that context. You struggle. All that we struggle, but you not suffer. You not suffer.
We don't know what make you sister, but
make we make that differentiation first. All that we go through struggles, but we not suffer. We can agree on that.
Me not
agree on that.
No, so me not agree, you know, brother.
So, all right.
Me not go contest.
Before we go, explain to me your sufferation.
When me I go to school, me not have no enough at the time. Me hungry whole day till me go. Just to give one quick example. Me hungry whole day till me go back home in the evening.
But that's your parents were struggling.
No, they not me a suffer man as a youth man. We are 12 and 13 and 14 and we are suffer man.
But let me ask you this. Which school, when me I go school, me know say when me go school at the time, me could have get Nutribone and Nutri bag juice and then sitting there for me lunch. For people don't have it, could have get that. You never get that at school.
That never always present for me school, brother.
That never
always.
All right.
No, sir. And all the while that for me school.
All right. When me used to go to school, every Friday, we used to have to bring bag of school because we used to get milk powder, bulgur, cornmeal. You never know of them thing there.
Yeah, there is time in my school life when me get them thing there. But we not always get it. My school not always have that.
Secondly, who do you blame? Who do you blame for the fact that you never have no lunch money when you go to school?
No, the government.
The government. So I'm to your parents.
What do you mean?
I'm to your parents.
But them did a suffer too. My parents them couldn't find no work. A lot of the time, enough parents what them work a minimum wage. And the minimum wage a lot of the times coming up in the 80s and up in the 90s and even in the late 70s I come up. Minimum wage was very minimum. And it couldn't.
That's why it's minimum wage. It's a be minimum.
Yes, and it never could afford enough something.
Minimum wage.
So the six brother and sister are we suffer.
How much?
Because the money little bit.
How much I want to
six away.
So you have two parents who don't have no real profession but decide to have 6 picnic. And then the government fall there. Please, just think about it now and be honest. Your parents not in a minimum wage job. We can't afford to have 6 picnic there and the government fault.
No, my father was working in a good job. And him get laid off because the company where him did that work with shut down. So and what hold on, brother Chuck, what you suggesting is that my mother and father make bad decision because they know so them not have no money and have 6 picnic. That's not the case.
My parents make bad decisions. My parents make bad decisions that them have 8 away. I know you alone, me not blame you, but I say most of the parents back then made bad decisions. We have more picnic than we remember, back then, picnic was deemed as the pension plan. You have enough of them and one of them must come take care of you.
Well, me hear that. that is one line of thinking. I'm not gonna deny that people used to think like that, Chuck. But there are other countries. Me don't know if you ever travel, but since me get big, me travel, go to some other country and learn about some other culture. And me find out that the government in some other country, even though people probably have 1 or 2 or 3 more pitney than them should I really have, the government in some other country set up programs and set up schemes which part them where them set up for take care of them citizens them rather than blame them and tell them so
have schemes that is set up to take care of them citizens too.
Then why you go down the road for you say because people make bad decision and I suggest
that is also a factor and we can't discount that. It is
yes, that is a factor. Yes, it is a factor. But what I'm suggesting, Mr. Chuck, is that if me not get the name right, correct me please.
No worry about
what I'm suggesting.
For the name.
All right. What I am suggesting is that even though citizens in a country can make bad decisions, because people are human beings and people can make bad decisions, you elect a government who can make certain kind of decisions and find ways and means and schemes and programs which can be put in place to help people who probably make bad decisions. As the government now go just put the people and say, yo, we don't make bad decisions, so no bother look to government for nothing. And that's why we put government there. Yes, sir.
Those programs are in Jamaica. You have programs that are designed by the government to assist.
Yes, but a lot of the programs that are designed to assist in Jamaica doesn't seem to work as well as other programs in other countries
work. Is that most people don't take the time out to find them. They're there.
Chuck,
well,
can I say something?
Hold on, Julie. Give me a second.
Okay.
The programs are there. There's lots of programs. There was a program that people get khaki. You don't have to buy uniform. Uniform were provided. Food, school lunch were provided. The programs were there, Delo. So we cannot say the government never provide. But in no country can the government do all for everybody.
No, I am not suggesting that.
No, Delo. The government provide situation where people you can either further your education. Remember, Jamaica had free education. You could have go to school free. Michael Manley come and make it right up until university, but you could always do that.
Chuck, can I ask the question? Since as we are mentioning about.
Hold on, please. Just beg a second, please. Let me try to get Delo to understand that. When me say Delo, life have to come down to personal responsibility, Delo. It cannot be about government for everything. Personal responsibility have to play a part. Now, if life hard, Delo, when you have 1 picnic, life hard when you have 2, life hard when you have 3, how you end up at 5 and 6?
All right, Chuck. Other people had joined the panel, so me now go take up the whole of the thing. But I just want to respond to.
I don't know why you jump. Now you go have that discussion. This is a very good discussion.
Chuck,
all right.
Now you go have it.
Let me talk to you, Mr. Chuck, now.
Just a second, Julie. I wanted to know what was the program. I live in New York City, and since as you're comparing about they don't run as smooth as the other America, I wanted to know what was the school program or any social program that you know of in this country or New York where I'm at. Do you know about them? And what are they if you want to compare?
That is what I was just about to ask.
Who is that question? Who is that question directed?
You was making a comparison about social programs in our country. So she's just asking you for an example.
That's the same thing I was about to ask. Because
I have never lived in the United
any
States.
Other country, any other
Canada.
So I live in England for quite a while.
Yeah, well,
Yes. So what
Lord Jesus.
they have this thing in England. Let me point and then no can
No, man,
say
go
why
ahead,
not
I
say no.
listen
I'm
to you.
coming out. Yeah, so when I said about, because remember, my argument was predicated on something that Chuck said, right? About parents. Chuck said something that was suggesting that parents were made bad decision
Make
and
bad
make careless
decisions,
decision.
yes.
But yeah, and that I'm not disputing that. But what I was saying is that in a country where you elect a government, people are human beings and people can make bad decisions. But they're in England, as I know, because I lived in England for a while. Well, I'm in England now. And they have, for the English citizens, the government has set up what they call, I can't remember
Lord
what the
Jesus.
formal name is. Hold on,
A
let me
welfare.
just make it point now. Let me make it point when
Well,
I try and make
Julie,
people, then
make him finish.
me not go stop, me not go cut in when you not talk, then you can't get fit belabor the point. So
Blessings, man.
the English government have a thing that they call, you hear the English citizen them up here talk about signing on. And right now, my neighbor them in England, may have neighbors in England we don't work. That's something where people, working people like me in England complain about all the while. Because me have to get up and go to work every day. I mean, know some English, whole heap of English
All
citizens.
right.
We get house, don't get car, don't get
Hold
food.
on, no. Delo,
You understand what I say?
break right this,
Okay.
Delo. Break right this,
Yes,
break
sir.
right this. Because you
Me
see, you what you
break, me
said
a break.
now, you say you there in England and you complain about you having to go to work every day and support people when you at work.
Yes,
But you want the same
yes.
system in Jamaica?
No, I am not asking for the same system, Chuck. I am just
Okay.
giving you an example of the kind of responsibility that a government will take up for its people, even sometimes to a fault. I agree. So me I admit that. But
All right.
I was just showing you that even though some people might like for me parents could go have six pitney and you can custom and say them careless, but in a country when you elect a government and government collect taxes and government have programs where them can make money and have resources for the country and them sell and make money and sitting, then can use some to help back the people them. And that
All
may I
right.
say, even though they
Does
make mistake.
England and Jamaica have the same level of resources?
No, but you know, have the same population need a Chuck. A
Yeah,
60
but
million people live at England and a 3 million people live at Jamaica.
yes, but the resources will be proportionate to your population. So this, yeah.
Yeah,
So England today,
yeah.
and bear in mind today in England, the government is trying to get rid of those social programs because them are broke the government.
Yes, because me think so the government do it to a fault because they not think it through properly. But
All right.
what my holistic example, the overall example when me I try to make is that me not say England perfect, me not say America perfect, me not say Norway perfect. No, we're not perfect. But the point was, is that not because you might go have four people when they don't go have two. And a man down there so might never go do well in a school and can't get a top job to get 200,000 Jamaican dollar a month. It doesn't mean that the government, which part you put above you, fi govern the country and fi take care of its people, cannot look after you. Same one said to me, so when you go to school on Friday you no get burger, you no get milk, you no get something, then the government did that give you. Why I say the government never give you?
Yes, but my point to you there is that those programs exist. Now, what more would you want the government to do? I'm trying to tell you that the programs are listed in Jamaica. You get free
They
things, you
can
get
be,
free money, them there. But the
them
government
can be more
cannot do
efficient.
everything.
No, but them can be more efficient than them is in a Jamaica. Me
Give me
grew
an
up in a
all
Jamaica, me
right.
know the thing.
All right. Give me an example of a program where I like to see the government of Jamaica implement. Give me an example.
When I was in the country going to school, when it might be you grew up a town, me grew up a
No,
country.
no, me grew up in a St.
When me
Vincent,
I go,
Blackwood, and Whitehall to be exact.
all right, so me grow up a country. And when we grow a country, one thing, me I go give you one example. Can you say if you give you one example? One bus named Superstar used to travel through with community. You pass 7 to 8 between 7 and 8 in the morning, then time to come down to a community, and they come back 5 or 6 o'clock after 6 o'clock in the evening. I one bus that did in my place. If you miss Superstar, you have to walk go where you go. Or somebody have to sorry for you and give you a ride or you bed right.
So Delo, what you want now? You want the government to implement a rural bus system that will bring kids to school.
So me did think say the government could have done more in those days. Because nowadays, you know.
But, yes, but Delhi, listen, in those days, Jamaica never have the tax-paying population to do all the way you want. But what you're saying is that you think say a rural bus system to help the kids get to and from school would have been a plus.
It would have been a plus, Chuck. Yes.
Well, we have that today.
Yes, but it would be more beneficial in the days when me did a youth and I go to school and we want education and we can't reach a school, because them time that you don't have a lot of private taxes like now. Now when the government are putting certain things.
Listen, Daddy, let me tell you the first time me get one drive go school. You used to have one taxi man in my area. You used to run from Magati around my area in the name Keith. One taxi.
Yes, sir.
One morning, me
God bless
and because them walk to school. And in taxi, I think he did punch up and we help him push the car so he could have get it fixed. Push it with him, you know. And when him fix it, he said, all I will jump in and him drive we go to school the morning. And the first time that I get drive to school. Right? But the fact is that people struggle in a them time there. People struggle.
Yeah.
Struggling and suffering is not the same. Back then, the government provide food at school, food cook at school, and you get lunch every day. I don't know which school you go whenever provide a cook meal a day. Me used to get cooked food at school. Me used to get that. So those things were there. The government was helping. But you even said earlier that some of the government helped to a fault. Jamaica government help. We had close program where you get car, where you get uniform, you get food. As me say, you get bulgur rice and milk powder every Friday. So those programs there, they were here. They were in Jamaica. I know England alone have them. So again, Della, let me ask you the question again. I give you, say the transportation wasn't there. I can see to that. So the transportation system wasn't there. But back then, most kids never go to school too far from them.
Do it.
Right? So the transportation wasn't there. Me give you that. But apart from that, what else did the government drop the ball on?
Yo, you come like you sure say St. Elizabeth, you grow up.
Me used to go retirement primary school. That's where I attend. And when I go to school, there was always a cook meal. Me get cooked food. On Friday, you bring your bag. On Friday, when picnic go, maybe picnic out right, because we used to eat out the milk powder before we reach home.
Maybe
but we get we bag of flour, we bag of cornmeal, we bag of bulgur.
No.
Most people nowadays don't know what is bulgur.
Thank you, Chuck.
Maybe you need to ask him his age, because maybe that's where we're getting.
No, I didn't want to pry. But let me ask you this.
But he can't understand why you're not on the same level. So maybe you went to school 100 years ago and you went to school 50 years ago. So we need to find that out.
All right, then which decade you attend your school in Jamaica?
Yeah, it depends on which school you attend. I go to primary school in the 70s. Me a big man, you know. I go to high school in the 80s, going up to the 90s.
Still giving out to children.
But here what me say now?
Yeah, but they know. But even the giving was more.
Morning, Chuck. Morning, Angel. Morning, Delo. Morning, everybody.
Yes,
but let me just say one thing. Morning, guys. Delo, all of that changed when Percival, Noel, James, Patterson became the prime minister.
Thank
Because I went to school in the late 80s, and when 1990, when I was in grade 1, they used to give me lunch up to grade 2.
Yes, ma'am.
PJ was the one who cut out all of this up on me on a ball about and I cuss Andrew about.
Mm-hmm.
PJ was the one who cut that out. Collecting school fee, PJ started. All of the program them with the pressing program on a ball and I cuss Andrew about. A PJ put it pan with Delo. PJ was the one who start ask people to collect for use hospital, school fee program, PJ, tax from food, PJ. All of those things started because of Percival Noel James Patterson. All right.
And they're not going to say that. They don't want to believe that. Because me used to go to school, me walk until my foot tired to go to school. And me have to get lunch at school, especially what Chuck was saying about the milk powder and the cornmeal. That was used to be like a fight on Friday.
Yes.
And first in January, everybody get them uniform.
Get the uniform.
Have to carry them uniform. If you too tall, them take your measurement and you go to the dressmaker and them aim it to the way how to fit you. So I don't know where this can come on.
Right. So Delo, as I say, and everybody can agree with me. See, even thing there in the chat, I say she attend Lacovia school and she used to get the same thing. So Delo, as I say, the government was there with uniform. The government was there with food. I will give you that the transportation wasn't there, Delo.
Right.
I will give you. The only thing I will concede to you with is the transportation. Come on, we never know what a vehicle in Jamaica, to be honest.
Oh,
We
sir,
never know
recently all of this come down recently.
Yeah.
You know, but
I am asking you now, Delo,
you know what I noticed?
in what other department would you say that the social intervention wasn't there?
No, but all right. Now I say one thing about this argument where we are talking about food, because it's like I must be me alone or something. Here's a picnic, whole heap of picnic in Jamaica go to school and couldn't afford lunch. And we're not talking only primary school, we are talking high school. We are talking primary school, high school. And so when people get up in Jamaica and say how much time them go to school and never have lunch and never have lunch money, I lie, all of them people I tell. People,
Then a PJ Patterson changing.
hold on, man. We're not from a compound, from a forward one truck panel, you know. No, hear me mention say JLP do not wrong or paid. No.
I'm having a conversation with you about Jamaica.
Okay.
Then.
Exactly.
So try to tell the government implement anything. I'm just simply saying
exactly
the programs.
Exactly.
The programs that you requested were here. Me know of them.
But Chuck, me I tell you, say me know of whole heap of tens of hundreds of picnic we go to school without lunch in Jamaica. Me I tell you, say me know about that.
When that?
You know gonna tell me. You never hear that yet? No, Chuck, me want you tell me something. Me want you answer that question. You never hear people complain say when them can't find lunch money. And they never enough of them go to school. A teacher, you never hear a teacher talk about the amount of people where they have to take out money out of them pocket and buy lunch. You never hear that? No, Chuck, you never hear that.
Allow me to answer you. The answer is yes. I have heard them. But also, what you have to ask yourself now is when did those complaints start?
Sure. Okay, well, if you people on here are going to tell me that is PJ Patterson cause all of that,
no,
then fine.
Delo, in the 70s when you go to school, you used to know people complain about lunch money.
Boy, me know people complain about lunch. Some people couldn't even afford to go to school, none at all.
Delo,
some people couldn't even afford school clothes.
In the 70s when you go to school, did you know people used to complain about lunch money at school?
We hear people complain about lunch money at school and not having lunch.
In the 70s when you go to school, nobody not give no lunch money. You never used to get no lunch money in your pocket to go to school. You put on your clothes and you go to school because food I go cook at school. And that mean what about Jamaican school?
That's what we know
about. We don't know which school you go.
Yeah, that was
in the
70s. Lunch money thing.
Just the 70s.
Lunch money thing coming in the 90s.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Hi, darling.
The 80s and 90s.
Hi, darling. I'm in my
90s.
Hold on, Paul.
What's the 90s?
Hold on, Paul. Hello. I don't know if I'm in the
Yeah.
same age. You might be a little bit older than me, but I'm little 50,
Mm.
little 50. And I went to school in
Mm.
the early 80s. And I went to
Mm.
school in Portland. And on everything what I love, my parents have 6 pitney. And one thing my mother never had to do was worry about school, my lunch money. I cannot recall a year going to all age school and primary school at Portland. And I get
All age and primary.
primary,
All age and primary.
excuse me,
What about high
you
school?
listen now.
What about high
I
school?
went to that.
No,
Della, just a second now. I went to secondary after high school, after that, and then I went to high because they changed it over. And when I went to school, I never pay any lunch money. And when I say to you, I right now in New York City, me have to pay an extra $2 to buy bulgur when I'm buying my lunch. And bulgur was something we used to get with lunch every day. It wasn't white rice. It was
Fluffy, send a request. No, we're not sending a request for me.
bulgur. I remember the school lunch at my all-age school and primary school like it was yesterday. And I hated it back then. But now, bulgur is what people are paying extra for at the supermarket because it is tend to be healthy.
Thank
I
you.
never recalled paying for no lunch. My parents would never be able to afford it. They had 6 children. I can recall that. No, I'm not saying that what you're saying is not true, you know. That in the 90s when now you have to pay for school and certain things. If you cannot afford it, the government also have program where your child will get lunch. However, you know how Pitney is in a Delo. When you send Pitney to school, my grandson don't eat the same school food. I give him extra money. I gave him money, even though the lunch is free. Me give my grandson money so he can get what he wants. So when me I go high school, I go high school at Portland. I'm from Portland. I'm going to go Bridgeport High School. And again, my mother used to give me money because I used to go to the fence to buy chicken back. Because I like chicken back. So even though we got lunch, I still went to the fence and buy lunch because me wanted lunch differently from what they're giving.
Yes.
So I understand what you're saying. Yes. Not
Let me
everybody
ask
can
this
afford it.
gentleman something. In the name of God, let me ask him something. Sir,
Hold on,
Fluffy.
hold on. Fluffy, before you, I don't want you rush him, you know. Him is just trying to relay the experience, but we are trying to correct him. So,
But remember,
but no rough
Fluffy's a
him to
teacher.
go ahead, Fluffy. No rough him
Fluffy's
to
a
it.
teacher.
Dello.
For everybody, guys, Fluffy's a
Dello.
teacher.
Yeah, I
Dello,
know Fluffy is a teacher.
Hello.
Okay.
Dello, can you tell
Yes, ma'am.
me which school did you attend in the 70s and the 80s? Please, in the name of God. Because every school used to have nutrition product. And you have a canteen with lunch. You get porridge in the morning, and you get lunch, and you get bulla, milk, bun, cake, everything. Sir,
until I was
come
available
on,
to
talk to me.
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
which school do you go to?
We get that.
You're in a lot of the feeding programs that you people talking about is primary and all age school. Hold on, man. Then
Secondary school to me.
Secondary
Stop
school,
it.
we go to Nakalva.
Yo,
Secondary
Stop
school.
it. I go
hold
to
on,
secondary,
man.
primary, basic. Everybody used to get lunch at school.
Yes,
Bulla
ma'am.
milk, bread. Listen, sir. Don't make me have to get you. That is not truth.
It's not
Stop
true.
it.
Dello,
Will
me
stop
know
bring
what
down
the
with
programs them go
country.
right through. Dello, me know what the programs in there. I know,
Stop
Dello, me
bring
don't
down
know.
with country. I'm looking, stop it.
Can I say
Let me
something?
dog fly high.
This is-
wicked.
Yeah, can I say something? This is what they do. Whenever they migrate from Jamaica and they go to another country, they throw stone behind them and they talk all manner of evil about the same country where whatever they meet
No,
to and they have to throw
Julie,
them out back.
Julie,
They
let
have
me
to come back to
defend Dello a little
Jamaica.
bit.
They
I don't
have to
think
come
Dello
back
is
to
throwing stone
Jamaica.
behind him. I just
Hold
think
it,
Dello
hold it.
probably have
Yeah.
a different memory of Jamaican school than me. But Dello, me sure Dello right up to high school Dello. The school feeding program was there. As we said,
Nobody never
I will
used to worry
concede to
about
you and
uniform.
the transportation. That's when me and
Nobody
you
never
agree
used
on
to
the
worry about
transportation.
uniform, school, lunch, nor book.
Tough.
We get
Yeah, but
textbook, we get
No.
uniform, we get
you
everything
see,
in school.
you're
Stop it.
your panelists, your
One at a
panelists,
time,
your
one at a time,
panelists,
one at a
them
time.
just
One at a time. Go ahead, Derek.
your Yeah, your panelists them just come for cuss, man. Because
No, no, man, we are
them
here
just
We're
for
not
no,
cursing, we are
no.
Guys,
Hold
speaking
on,
the
them
hold on,
just
one
truth.
at a
We are
time,
discussing.
them
one
just
at a
ready for
time.
cuss.
Everybody,
We are
guys,
telling
hold
the
on, guys, everybody
truth.
mute. One at
But
a time.
hold on,
If
man.
all of we attack one time, nobody not go hear we. If all of we attack one time, nobody not go hear me. Angel, moderate, just mute everybody until one person at a time, so people can hear me. Because, guys, listen to me. Delo now cussing up. But what Delo remember is a different Jamaica than what me remember. Right? And Delo is
But
telling you of a Jamaica where people never used to have. But me know, so the programs existed. I benefited from them. I benefited from them.
hold
I
on,
knew they were
Chuck.
there. From school uniform to food, the programs were there.
Guys, if
But
you're not
Chuck,
talking, mute your mic.
Yeah.
Mute your mic until when you are able to talk. Also, Chuck, Dello, I just want to say this,
yeah.
darling. If you have a lot of people are gonna come on Chuck platform, and they're not being disrespectful, but people right now with everything that is going on, they are really tired of not you, Dello, but just the rhetoric and just the negative and the toxicity that is happening on TikTok. We are fed up and tired of the lies and the disinformation and misinformation, not towards what you're saying, but overall. And so
Max, me not get to the book yet.
and so people are passionate, Dello. And so when you hear these folks up here, it's not by disrespect or anything that they're coming at you, but they're
I
passionate. Okay.
yeah, man. I understand the passion
But
and
our
I understand
discussion with
when
Delo is not about press. We not get to know yet, you know. We are discussing at the past. We not get to know yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
we
just
still
want
are
to say,
discussing
I
at the
just want to
past.
say something.
So hold on, Delo, me I go make who in a line. We are gonna start down yourself. So I gonna start with John, then Excellent, then Fluffy, then Nathaniel, then Paul, and so forth. So go ahead, John, first.
Yes, Chuck. Thank you. Good afternoon to you all. I just want to say to Delo that I went to school in the 80s, right? And going to school, at those days it was all age, right? Um, we would get porridge and bread in the morning, right? And in the afternoon, in those days it was two shift school. And by 12 o'clock you would get your burger with your chicken back or your white rice chicken back. Some days I get dumpling and all of these things. When it is coming on to summer holiday, we will get our 2 yard khaki for pants and 2 yard for shirt. We would also get bulgur and milk powder to take home. Many of the students, bulgur or milk powder never reach home because we play bulgur war and milk powder war. Some of the students. But say all of this, the most important point is, Delo, is that we have social program here in Jamaica where a lot of Jamaicans are benefiting from. And this administration, as this government go along and continue to cauterize the debt, that was the albatross around the neck of the Jamaican people. The government is adding more social program to the country. Now we have a free transportation system that can take children to school. So the country is making headway. It is not fair for you, Delo, to migrate to a first world country that exists for how much hundred of years, right? England was the mother for empire. England traveled the whole entire world and loot the whole entire world and sip on the whole entire world, gold and minerals and everything. And we can make a comparison with a country just 63 years from out of colonialism, right? And expect that we, who is a little banana republic island state, to can compare to those rich countries who can offer the best social program to their country, right? It is the first time since our independence that Jamaica is trying now to build a sustainable economy to provide the social program that you are talking about. It whole thing come down, Delo, to the economy. If we not have a strong and a resilient economy, the social program that you're talking about that exists in other jurisdiction cannot come about if our economy can't afford it. And I will rest there and let
Thank you,
somebody else
John.
pick it up.
Thank you, John. Excellent.
Yes, Mr. Chuck. All right. Me, me born in the 60s, so we can give you a long story of what I go on. So, when me as a youth, we used to have to walk like probably 10 miles to school. But me can guarantee so we used to get food. We used to get lunch, we used to get everything. And me I come from a place where we come see my grand people and with one house they call Wackland Dab. And they move from Wackland Dab to board. And they move from board to concrete. So things always evolve. And my mother, as a struggling woman, my father leave when we young go out town and never come back. And my mother have 3 away to take care of. And she work on the banana farm, she work on the banana plantation. Then they build the brazier factory. Then she work at the brazier factory. Then she go market. In those days, people never sit down and complain. People always find a way out how to survive. And then everything just move on now till people stop walking at school. Taxis at your footstep. One man, 1 or 2 car now. One time we used to run boat. When we left Canada and go to Jamaica, people don't run boat again, Chuck. Every rural area have restaurant. Them have man that deliver food to your house. So there is nobody suffering in Jamaica. That's a lie.
We have struggles, but not suffer.
Struggle, people are struggle. Me can left here, one time in the 90s, Chuck, when me used to come to Jamaica. When me come to Jamaica, I have a response to my family and my friend them anywhere where I go. No, me can left Canada and come to Jamaica and a man tell me, say, yo, what your money, man? And my time to spend now. Me never used to see that thing in the 90s. And then one man have 2, 3 car. We are left town, I got sons and a 10, 11 car load away. Gonna sons, big man. So things evolve. I come from evolve way far, brethren. Nobody suffering in Jamaica. I lie that. Me see it for my own eye. No man run boat again. Everybody buy chicken food every day. So that suffering thing, that suffering thing, there, brethren. That's not real.
People are struggling like every other country in the world.
Because for me, know myself in Jamaica, one thing they are saying cut again. So for me, know myself in Jamaica, I never heard somebody die from sufferation in Jamaica.
True.
Never heard that yet. And if people that suffer from now till then, somebody probably would have died from sufferation already. So that's just my 2 cents,
Thank you, Favor. I'm Fluffy. Fluffy? Fluffy still mute. Nathaniel, what you want to say? Paul?
Make somebody else go and talk. Me I do something now. Make somebody else go and then me come after that.
All right,
Yes, good
Nathaniel. Now
afternoon.
go drop you so we can put in somebody else.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, go on, Fluffy.
Yes, I get really irritated when I heard we, the people in the diaspora overseas, who talk bad about my country. I'm passionate about Jamaica. I don't care if what people said. Nobody in Jamaica is suffering. We are only struggling. And some of us struggle because we don't know how to place ourselves in the line. And this gentleman, Dello, let me say this. When I heard him speak, my blood boiled. I am the 70s baby, and I go to school right up until 88. And we have food feeding program from I started school. When we started school in the 70s, give Mr. Michael Manley his due. We normally get uniform from them. Well, it was very hard to iron and all the nonsense.
Yes,
and
some
we
very
still
thick khaki.
wait. And then in the 80s, Mr. Siaga come in and people start to say, oh, the uniform is too thick and that. I don't know where they get this nice material from. And we got our uniform. When it's coming to summer, if you look bunny, slim, whatever, it goes by the size. 2 yard, 3 yard, 4 yard, whatever size you are.
You're over 50. I bet.
And you get your uniform, you get your milk powder.
No, the senator not start yet. Oh yeah, it start.
Yeah. And then right back until 1989, that was the end of the food program. The nutrition holding closed down. We go, the children only get the banana milk. There is no more canteen at school. And then we have to buy, we're still buying food from the people who's outside selling because they're never out of business. Because it's not all the children like the chicken back and rice and dumpling and 2 banana and all the nonsense, porridge and all of that. Come on, Mr.
Nonsense,
Sir.
no, Fluffy. No, and that's why the people them start get over
I'm
now
just
because them
putting
stop
it,
eating nonsense and start eating foolishness.
I'm just putting it that way because we left the good food and go and eat the nonsense. Mr. Dello, let me tell you something. You go to a country where it's first world. Stop putting our country to these people. Stop. Compare our small island to these people. We were abused and I don't know what to tell you by these people. We are coming from a long way. Let us ride the bike and go on. Don't demoralize our country because you think you're in America, you think you're in England, or they think they are in Canada. No, I'm not accepting that. I'm living in the UK and I will die for my country.
Thank you, Fluffy. Paul. And guys, remember the Support Jamaica telethon is on now.
All right. Yeah, my perspective now, Chuck. You know, one of the problems I have with not Dello necessarily, but people like Dello, is that they have a perspective of Jamaica that is not properly researched. See, it could be that them born at the 70s, you know, but they're never sufficiently aware of the social history that exists and the level of development that was taking place. And even now, they are not sufficiently aware of it. And they are not aware of the changes, the rapid changes that has been taking place. Certainly, since people like Michael.
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm very sorry, but how could they not know? With all the information float and the different ways and means of garnering information.
Let's make him finish, Russia. I'll soon come to you. Let's make him finish.
Yeah. Right? And so oftentimes them have a one line type of criticism. Jamaica people not have this, Jamaica people not have that. But they have not spent enough time to properly research it, to properly abreast themselves of the latest development. Because even now, there's a lot of program for youth, you know, a lot of program for youth. The youth upward mobility. And youth and young people still not taking advantage of it. Some people on the outside might tell you they want training, but did they know that the training is available for free? When Chuck was a look about the training, you have to pay. Now it's free and them still not taking advantage of the opportunity. So there's a misconnect in terms of the information that the people in the diaspora need to connect to.
But hold on, but Paul, hold on. We not get more me and him get to the discussion about present day Jamaica, you know. We still have discussed the past, so we not get to the present day to see what in think of the present day.
Yeah, but let me just wrap up this. But no, but just link everything, you know, because it's a line of argument, and not just him alone, no. A lot of the people who spend a lot of time in Canada, a lot of people who spend a lot of time in Canada, England, and places. There's a distinct about Jamaica that them have that it come across as if you have some backward way in the bush type of people that you have not evolved and we have not done things better. You know, there's a constant rhetoric Jamaica. People are suffering. Jamaica, no, we are not suffering. There may be aspect of our life we are strong, but we are not suffering. So somebody else can continue.
All right, Angel.
Angel is also hosting. I already said what I had to say.
I say a part. All right, Julie.
Before I go,
Yes, as I
Joe,
was saying.
hold on, Julie. Before I go,
Okay.
everyone is listening, and I like that we're having a discussion. We're not disrespecting. We're having a discussion, right? And one general, we understand that you're saying, how can someone not know about something? But you see which part me come from, General? Daddy Rusty, my love. And everybody
Well, I soon get a box for you. Give me a minute with
Now,
it.
everybody did inform about half of what was really happening. For real, for real. You remember now, like all my father, who's almost 100. You have some people. My father never really got to school in a Rusty, and so he didn't. He left school at 14 and go build him house. And me have to teach my father how to sign his name and his bank account when he opened it. I had to teach him certain things. And so you do have people who living in certain area, deep rural area in Jamaica, we never really go to school and understand what was happening economically or no, socially or no way. It can happen, Rusty. And so we can't really say how it can happen.
Can I converse with you for a sec?
Go ahead. Hold
All right.
on, Julie. Doesn't matter what Steph say.
Let me see with your father and people are like him. Yeah? But in this modern time,
Not now, Rusty. Me not talk now.
me see some 80-year-old people right now go back to school and learn to do computer technology and everything to do with phone and all it. So, go on to the young people, them.
All right, let me carry it my time now.
I
All right,
mean,
hold on. All right.
All
Hold on,
right.
Rusty. Now we have moved the goalpost. Let's go to
All
Julie.
right, hold on now. So, me I go move. All right, here what? Here what? This part, this part go. Let me say something first and then I go get Julie. But here, what I want to know, Delo, you give me your perspective on Jamaica back then. You say we never have the transport system to support. Me think say we did have the other social program, but when you think of it, present day Jamaica now, we do have the transport system to support. We have the food system. We have every social programs in place to assist those who can't help themselves. We want to get your views pan now, but let me hear Julie and then John. And then here we are going to rotate some of the box because we now one join and Philippians one join.
Yes, as I was saying, that's what Fluffy was saying about, I'm from the 60s, right? And when you talk about lunch, breakfast, and so you get at school, yes, I've been through it. I have to walk 6 miles, go 6 miles, come back to my house. Sometimes when you look at my shoes, you walk down. There was no car unless you see a truck or something, you jump up in there, get a ride and all those things. But when it come on to like uniform, every 1st of January, every September, you're going on with your uniform and everything what you get at school. So I don't understand what the gentleman was saying, that this and that. But what I gather is that people who migrated from the island and go to other island, they expect when they go there and see what is happening in that country, right? They expect that, oh, this is going on here, so it's supposed to go down there. But they don't understand. That's a growing country. That's a country ahead of us. It's not like we are just starting. And just, it hurt me to hear and listen to all what is going on right now. It's the first country I've ever reached to this, till we have even school bus for children. You understand? So all of what these people are coming on with, it doesn't make no sense. And I think, they know, but they are hiding their conscience. Their conscience are eating out them inside. And they're still holding on. My family, they are on the other side. I was on the other side and I said, no, I changed over because to me, it's not for me. I need to be where I know I can see progress. No, they wanted to stay in the darkness still and to do. That's their business, but not with me. Right now, some of my family members, they are not with me because I changed. But I have no problem with that.
All right, thank you, Julie. Let me hear Rusty from female experience going to school back in the 70s, 60s and 70s, and then Johnny and then we want Delo to compare back then with now.
Julie, we're gonna rotate the box also, darling.
Yes.
If you wanna come back up, you can request to come back up, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so Rusty, give me your experience about
Yes,
schooling in Jamaica in the
blessed
70s.
afternoon to everyone, you know. And first and foremost, before I go to that, me have to say, congratulations to your Chuck. You come a long way. And I remember when the I forward on the scene, you were the one who was saying, why father Rusty, you watch I do this, you know. And sometimes I watch it, you see, me feel good in myself, you know. So, Lord, please look at this color that I trained.
So it
I
go.
feel good. And you way advanced in the information more than me, especially with the current affairs. And I really appreciate you being keeping up the fight and doing something for the Labour Party that the Labour Party feel to do for themselves,
But
which
Rusty, we
is
not give up the fight, you know, Rusty.
campaign. Because you're one of the few persons who understands so what, you know. After the election, we have to start campaign same time.
Same time.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
And I respect you fully for that. Well, my experience, I was born 1967, 3 years before the turn of the 70s. I have very vague memory of Michael Manley's system of giving uniform. I heard somebody made reference to it. I can't remember that. What I remember clearly is nutritional holdings was created by the Labour Party and a lady called Mavis Gilmore, who I think today is still one of the best education minister ever.
Minister in
And
Jamaica.
right, I was one of the youth where them used to call big boy in the school where, you know, chew me tall and big. So you have to go for the role of khaki them. One khaki named Seaman khaki. One of them pants there. When you make khaki pants with one of them pants, you can't done for 5 years and it's a growth of it. Right? Till, you know, it gets better and better over time. Khaki them become more refined. Due to Seagan, his innovation and how the uniform them it look. I remember that clearly. We used to get bulgur and crack rice and, you know, split peas and, you know, milk powder and all these things to carry home every inner term. Every inner term. I was one of the youth that used to cut up the uniform material then. So our parents never really have to do much when it comes to buying uniform. You probably
And
get two uniform or one from the school, or your parents might have to buy one more. I was one of the fortunate youth where have a clocks right around the year. Me never even know so my father did poor till me turn big man. You know?
Rusty, you know, say you don't know how that true that statement is most people living in our community never know say you did poor because everybody around you used to have basically the same thing.
You used to see my father give other people picnic lunch money. And I buy other people picnic book and I give other people food. People come at the gate. And say, Mr. Rounds, and then would I whisper something to your father. You see your father go inside and come back and pawn him a $2. Right? And some never even know somebody did poor. I can remember when my father get telephone from the Gully Bank. The whole of the man them from Pashated Avenue and say, who rounds on farmer? I'm going to do with telephone. It amused me now. Back then, me never understand it. But now, it amused me. Because, you know, I mean, you have a telephone for the business and people are going to say you're in farmer. It's like really dark days, those days were. But the system of school then was more intriguing. And, you know, the teachers were more interested in teaching than them pay. The teacher them would more be interested in you learning than your parents. Half the time your parents never know what you do unless the teacher summon them to school and send a message to them to say, watch out, this boy not performing, this boy not coming to school, this boy is getting support him or whatever the case is. You understand? I never had no real problem in going to school except one time I lost my shoes and I don't remember why I put it on my father said, watch you know? It's $130 for that shoes. Them time of $130 was a whole heap of rotted money. And some if you go on a school and I go to school 2 days barefoot that time the shoes the right yard there. I just remember.
Yeah, nah, get no shoes until you find that one day. I know them there.
I just never remember when we put the shoes.
But Rusty, Rusty, the point is the social programs from the government were in place from them time there.
Yes, man, and Mavis Gilmore made certain that we were vaccinated. We went to the clinic, we got our teeth brushed and cleaned and all these things. And your head did have to search if you have lice. And if you have lice, them carry one sit and come give you Quitoso. And they call lice. Yes, come on. Lice is popular back then.
Yes.
Yeah, and back them days the lice is popular and all these things and them used to bonfire upon I mean, was a little rasta youth in school, boy. I got through hell with my dreadlocks and the 40 leg business. You understand?
Well, we not, me not ask you about no school back then, because what day you go school, you know, so you can contribute to that party yet. Johnny Adrian, we not young boy, what day we not go school?
No, but Chuck, remember somebody the times in my school, where you talking about?
Oh, all right. Let me hear you put that.
All right. But me say, what me can tell you from. When me start go basic school, that I when me get my first vaccination in a Mar Valley. Left Mar Valley, me go down Robin. Me can tell you me get my car meal, me get my meal powder, which no reach a my yard. Me not go around nobody, that no reach a my yard.
Meal for that on the reach room. On Friday, everybody mouth white.
Veggie bun, veggie bulla, veggie milk. You name it, me get it. Uniform, we get it. And my mother was dressmaker, so when we get the uniform, my car key them I make. When it come down to me going to school, me remember when we used to jump on JS bus. JS bus and go down Rabin. Me never have to worry about bus here. Me never go say me never go to school without no food. And my mother always provide that. Me always think say my people them did rich. Cause me never have to go hungry. You see? Although me there at school so my time me not have no lunch money, no picnic can no say me not have none. And back in them days there, until me reach up push for me there now, me can't tell you. The amount of skill when me have underneath my belt and I me go. Me an electrician by trade, plumber by trade, tiler by trade, mechanical maintenance by trade. Me can fix computer that one of my trade. Ask a youth there where I was
well done.
Me used to fix for him on. You see,
if I can say I'm well
you see, when some people are just talk about first world country, me can tell you, me there Canada, you know, and me can tell you 99% of people will come to Canada. It's a head of the people them here in Canada. My wife is a teacher here. My wife is a teacher here, and she have problem with 6th grade picnic. The only thing them talk about is crush.
Alright, Johnny.
So we stop put down Jamaica behind because Jamaica is a head. It's just because the certain facilities we don't have. And yeah, me I go jump out of the box because me up on the road and do some errands.
Brother Chucks, before you go no further, I just want to say one thing, please, and thanks.
Yeah.
Less than a minute. The only real problem we did have to going to school in the 70s was between this 74 to 79. It was a very tumultuous time.
Yes.
Right?
Political violence.
To get this under dinner. Right? And you couldn't get basic items. And you have to be careful. You don't walk home from school and some shot start liquor, you have to go hide. I would have home guard that we get at night time and them something there. That was the only hang-ups about the time when I go to school. You have to come out for the road by hours.
By hours.
Yeah, that was the only hang-ups. It was a very terrible time. And that's one of the things when we literally hate PNP for. And we couldn't left out that.
Alright, let me hear. Christopher, let me hear your experience if you're from them time there.
Now when I say Chuck, man, my old man now rub me knee with Benge. Well, let me tell you something, Chuck. My days are going to school. I must say good morning to you and the people on the panel first. Yeah? Respect. Because one of the greatest things with Jamaica lose right now, I'm going to tell everybody, is the respect. Yes. Jamaica will never going to build back until we go back to the respecting each other
lack
again.
Of discipline, lack of discipline.
You lick it right on the head. You lick it right on the head.
Because never sure.
Can I have some voice notes with some recordings that I want to play?
Yeah.
Please, people.
Yeah. Come on, show you something, Chuck. If I should talk, it don't take me 2 months. But I'll show you something. Grew up I born in the 70s, very early, 72 to be exact. And I remember as a youth when a man I go down the road and I pass a church and putting Guinness down their arm and out a cigarette.
Yes.
I don't know who remember that, you know. I don't know if you have no old man like me on the line.
Because I'm right in front of you. So
yeah. But brother, me grew up now, come see people on the church step and smoke and a drink.
No, but the
Exactly.
bar never used to open on Sunday. You remember that?
Yeah,
Oh
man,
God.
come on, no man. No, man, show you something again now. Why me join the life more than anything else? A lady say, I don't remember which one say, when you go to other countries and we see things and we feel like us our country. I disagree with that, Chuck. I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that. In a mind like a brain when me have, when a person mention third world, I think it's a mind thing. You're stuck if you think about Jamaica as a third world. The whole world is moving forward. I'm going to tell you why I say that, Chuck. I come in the United States and some things when me come here I do. People who grew up in born and growing in this country will ask me which part me go learn to do it. We're not gonna learn to do nothing. Just our survival skill make we know so much, you know, like?
Exactly.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we can do it for ourselves because remember, sir, we Jamaicans go over the world, go build it. Canada, England, America, we come here and we do great things. So if we come here, we see some little things and we say, you know, we don't love to see our little parish who grew up in a look so, we don't love to see that look so. There's nothing wrong with that. The world has to move forward. We can't live back in the 70s forever. Yeah.
Christopher, I agree with you, but here's where the differing of the conversation comes in now. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you that when you go somewhere and you see something that is good and you want your country to adapt all the good things, I am with that 100%.
Of
You know.
course, man.
But
Of course,
here's how
man.
most people don't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't think, as the conversation that I have with Delo now, here's how it comes in. We have to compare. We want these things, but is the country on the way to getting it now?
And I would say no, Chuck, it will pass it. The problem is, Chuck,
Yes,
what
we
happened with Jump?
agree. No, we not
Yeah.
argue about that. We
No,
agree
but
that we should have the school bus system years ago, but we
yeah,
getting it now.
yeah, but and
Are
that's
we on
fine.
our
And that's
way
fine.
to the
That's
better that
fine.
we seek now?
Yeah, but you see, yes, we are. But when me I tell you, we all have to put our hands and heart into it, Chuck. Everybody, me, you, the younger ones who are come up, everybody. Because we see all the youths them now. The government make art free. Whether them need for wake up and go learn
You
something.
don't want to go.
Because right now, me can tell you, Chuck, the teachers would not can't earn more than diploma. Because diploma can make good money. Guess what now? These youths start think like say, here what now? Because they are so influenced by the music where them are listen to. Them feel like say go be a plumber, you're not going to able to buy a Benz until you're 200 years old. Which is wrong. Because if you're a plumber and you're being honest and do your job and get people like Chuck, you overseas and one and the guy that can say, well, you know, me know a painter
That's a
and
me
I'm very
local.
good. Yeah, you understand me? Once you do your job good and people can recommend you, sky's the limit. You can make great money, set up companies. So we need to make use of what is there and everything is right or wrong. The only thing not that wrong is our mindset.
So
When
Thank
true.
you.
mindset not that wrong, brother, everything else is there. You can be a
Thank
painter
you.
and
Thank you.
you,
Thank you.
brother, you can be a painter and own a Benz. You don't have to be a scammer. You don't have to be a
Right.
musician. You
But
can
the
be a
thing is,
mason.
Chris. The thing is,
Yeah.
Chris, is that those people, the successful farmer, the successful painter, the successful plumber, those people are not highlighted. Them stand up back. Who we know drive Benz and BMW? The artists, them and the scammer, them and them get highlight. But you have farmers out there who run them farm and them own big house and them have big
What
chain
you
on their
mean?
neck and
What
enjoy
you
big
mean?
car out of the farming.
Hey, Chuck, me know a farmer, Well, when him send what yam a year time a one container, man. You understand what me I say? He might make great money. But the thing is, we have to understand, Chuck, a man will work hard is very humble, so you're not going to see that.
That
Because
is true.
me not go buy a Benz to go show off because me know how hard it is for work.
That is
You
true.
get what me I say to you? So that's why they are not highlighted because them not want to in the hype and the limelight. Because freely come, freely go, So a man will get something easy, I gonna make it seems like at the hard of the day. You get what me I say, Chuck? But
Yeah.
we can build each other, man. I just the mindset need to change around and know so well, yeah. You can be a mason, you can run a company like in America. Man say, boy, I run a construction company. Good him and two little other man at work. So we can adapt those things and we can reach to the top and we can do great things, and work with each other. That's where it is. So we'll go and listen. You know, that's just my little take, you know?
All right.
Who next? Winner? Come
Hold on,
on, go.
Philip, hold on, Philip.
Yeah.
I'm going to winner and then more. Before we come to you, Philip, now go to winner and then more. Delo answer my question now about the comparison between then and now.
So Chuck, I grew up, I
on.
started school in a period where Jamaica faced its financial meltdown when 40% of the population, when poverty rate was 40%, right? I remember walking to school. It wasn't far. I remember we had to pay for lunch, right? The canteen was there, but you had to pay for it. Sometimes what we would do as kids, we would make up, right? And then we go buy bread and mackerel and gargoli. And go eat bread and mackerel or bread and sardine. I remember we used to have Nutribun. That was like Wednesday, Nutribun come. And then we get Nutribun, the pink milk, the white milk. We put the white milk in there, please, and make that stand. Make the white milk stay for one month. Why? That come like a butter. I come out. And then all of a sudden, he used to come haphazard now. You know, come this Wednesday, he come the other Wednesday, and then one time, you know, come none at all. And that was the end of it.
Just school, my youth.
The program.
I tell you, we're a young boy. I just
Yeah,
when I go.
my 90s. The program,
Okay,
it was done.
that's good.
It was gone. We used to have